Hi Stitchy friends, I'm Stephanie and welcome to my channel Little Lion Stitchery where we talk about cross stitch. So today I'm going to start off with a question that I received. So, hold on, I took some notes so I can be a little prepared. So this person, Brian, wants to do, he bought Rick and Morty fabric from Fortnite Fabrics, part of their, Famous Duos collection. 14 count, half a yard. So that's what we're working with. And he's wondering if he could stitch Letters from Mermaid, the B. So, I guess the first part of this question, sorry, does it come in a PDF? As far as I know, they don't come in PDFs, but if someone knows otherwise, please leave it in the comment down below and I will update this. But as far as I know, they just come as a hard copy that you can purchase online from different cross-stitch stores. Personally, I got mine from 123 Stitch. Is the pattern beginner friendly? So it depends where you are in your stitching journey. So if you feel like you're a beginner, but in your question you asked about like the beads. So obviously you know there's beads. There's a little bit of Krynic. So let me bring up the pattern. Oh, actually first, this is the fabric that we were talking about. At least I believe it is. So it's actually showing up a little bit greener on screen. I think the two colors are green and purple. It's showing up a little blue. I think it's green and purple though. Not too far off from how it's showing up. At least the picture on my Kindle. And then, there we go. Let's scroll in a little bit. And then he wants to do Letters from Mermaids, the B. So this has a little bit of Krynic. It's just here and here. So it's just that single stitch and then some back stitching. So if you've never worked with Krynic before, and I guess if you want to try, this would be a good project to try on because there's not a lot of metallic floss. Let's see. Will you have enough fabric? So the design is 97 by 103, which equals 6.9 by 9.3 inches. You should have plenty of fabric. You ordered half a yard and 14, it's 14 count. So how you figure out how much fabric you're going to need is you divide the number of stitches by your fabric count. And I have on my website, if you go to Little Lion Stitchery, under tips and techniques, I have, I believe, one about fabric that covers everything I'm talking about. So, but basically you just divide the fabric, or sorry, the number of stitches by your fabric count. And then if you're doing over 2, which you're not, so you know what, I'm not going to get into that. But if anyone does have a question about it, feel free to message me. So you're going to divide, like I said, the stitches by the fabric count. So like I said, it's 97 by 130, so 97 divided by 14, and then 130 divided by 14, and that's going to equal your pattern size on that fabric. And then you're going to want to add, like, not 3. I was going to say 3 on each side. Like, 2 to 4 inches on each side, so, what is that? So, like, 6 to 8 inches additional to the stitching area. And that's going to be your fabric size. But, again, you have half a yard, you should have plenty of fabric. It's not a very big pattern. My Letters from Mermaids is much smaller. I know it's called Letters from Mermaids, but when I say that in a single tense, it just sounds weird altogether. Anyway, so she, and I'm very excited because I'm going to the Framers tomorrow, and we're going to pick out a frame for this lovely. Anyway, so I'm very excited about that. But, so she's not particularly big. She's smaller than the letter B. But, yeah, generally it's going to be like in this size. This is an 8x11 Q snap. So, somewhere in this size. I didn't fully answer your other question. I'm sorry. So, is it beginner friendly? Again, so mirrors aren't, I would call anything that's like Mira nor Corbett probably like an intermediate pattern. Intermediate sorry. Invisalign's making me all sloshy. Anyway, an intermediate pattern. Why can't I say intermediate? Sorry. Anyway, just because it does have beads and metallics. But again, if you've only ever done like beginner patterns that are only full crosses and you're looking to, I guess, like try something new, I would say this is a good pattern to start. I mean, like you're aware that there's beads. Beads take some practice, but I think it's that good transition project. And then, so the beads and the floss and everything, you have to buy separately. I know they come in, like you can purchase like a bead pack for, I don't know if they do it for they do it usually for the bigger Noras. I'll see bead packs. But again, I just look up all the supplies needed. Again, I go to 123 Stitch, and usually they have a very like handy, they'll tell you what's in the pattern, and then you can just check off the box. And all the supplies. If something isn't like listed that you can purchase from them, it'll say in the little description what's missing and what you need to purchase. But I mean, that's how I've always done it. So I always order the fabric separately, the pattern separately, the beads, the floss, the whatever, all separately. But all at the same time, so I can kit up my project. Oh yeah, so you had mentioned your Q-snap frame size. So I don't know if you have other Q-snaps, but again, this one is an 8x11. Yes, 8x11. And your project should fit in this, but I think it's just going to be a little bit tight when you're stitching, like on the edges. I can so this is like the full width of my Q-snaps here. I think it's going to be a little bit tight and you're going to have trouble stitching behind with your floss, or like ending your floss when you have to like finish off a tail. So my thought was to get an 11x11 Q-snap. Again, if you don't have Q-snaps, this is what I would do. I would purchase the 11x11 Q-snap with the small extension kit. So the small extension kit will, the extender bars are 3 inches, and they'll give you a 14x14 Q-snap. Now, I wouldn't do the full square. I would just put it in to make an 11x14 rectangle, and you should be able to cross stitch comfortably. But again, if you don't want to to purchase the extra extension kit, it should be fine in the, well, actually the brand name Q-snap doesn't make, sorry, so I have an 8x11 because I mix and matched pieces, so an 11x11 should be fine. And if anything, you might need to move it like a little bit, but I think you should 100% be fine. And you should be able to end all your tails, and yeah, 11x11 should be plenty. And then needle minders. So I don't sell needle minders. I just make a lot of needle minders. So I recently was making some grime guards. Yep. So let me just show you. This is my 8x11 Q-snaps, and I just finished a grime guard the other day because I bought a bunch of fabric for Stitch Mania. Because I don't know, I feel like getting fancy and matching all my projects to grime guards and needle minders for some reason. Here, let me move over a little bit. Okay, so we have more room. So yeah, so whenever I have leftover fabric from garden guards, I just make them into needle minders. So I have different ones in here in the process of making them. But they can all be found on my website, like how to make needle minders. So these will be under fabric covered needle minders. I have the fabric covered kinds that I've done a tutorial on, that I've also done the enamel pin ones, because those are, I don't know, those are my two favorite ones to make. Because I always have fabric, and I think it's really cute to match your fabric, the fabric in your needle minder to your grind guard. I don't know, just cute. So yeah, I don't sell them. But I was thinking about doing a giveaway. I don't know, I want to help like more subscribers first. But maybe I will put them in like the Stitch Mania group or something, because I like to do a giveaway. Then you can have more supplies for Stitch Mania. It's very exciting. What else? Sorry if I'm like holding this up and it's in the way. I don't think it is. And then bead boats. I'm not sure what a bead boat is, but I think it's just like a container that holds the beads. There's something called a bead nabber, which is like a little, it looks like a thimble kind of, and you put it on your finger and it's got like a little sticky end to pick up the beads. And there's something called like just a tacky mat, so that when you could pour out some beads and they're not going to roll everywhere. I probably should get one, but I don't have one. So yeah, I think that's what you're looking for. So you could just Google it and I'm sure something will come up. I probably should. I mean, I don't bead as much, but I only lost one bead when doing my mermaids. That was nice. Because, you know, those little things, they pop open, all the beads go flying. It's quite a stir. Yeah, I think that's it for that question. And then someone a while ago asked me about Q-snaps. This actually isn't the brand name Q-snap. I'm going to purchase some brand name Q-snaps because I've heard they're better. But these I got from Michael's. They're the loops and threads snap frame. So they have an elbow, whereas the Q-snap actually just bends into that elbow. So this is one piece. So they're supposed to be like a little bit sturdier. Very excited to buy some though and try and then do like a little comparison. That'd be fun. But Q-snaps. So I put, they don't have the clamps on them because I didn't clamp anything obviously. But they come with clamps, and of course none of my clamps are around. But I was just using this for testing anyway. But, so yeah, you clamp them on. I recently posted an article all about Q-snaps, so if you're interested in learning a bit more about Q-snaps, you can head over to my website and check that out. And in case I didn't mention this, my website is also called Little Lion Stitchery, so if you go to littlelionstitchery.com, it'll tell you all about how to use Q-snaps and all good stuff. What size Q-snaps you would need for things. For the most part, I use the 8x11s because I like to work on smaller projects. But maybe Stitch Mania, I'll work on bigger ones. We'll see. Alright. I should have wrote down what I wanted to say for the rest of this. Anyway, finishes! I have an FFO. I'm very excited because I just finished it up yesterday because I was supposed to have plans with my friends and I was supposed to go out with her, but she had an emergency and that couldn't happen. Anyway. So I finished... This is No Words Needed by Peacock and Fig. And I did the color conversion, and I'm going to have that all posted on my website later on, but as of right now, it's not up there. Well, it is, but it's in a post that I did for color conversions. So unless you want to like search for it, I will have another post under gallery with this piece. But yeah, so I love thrifting frames. It's just so nice. So this is my mermaid is going to be my first piece that I'm going to get professionally framed. Not that I've framed a lot of pieces, but usually I just do them myself. Because, number one, I like working with my hands a lot, so it's just really nice and, I don't know, it clears my head, framing and working with my hands. So, that's one reason, and I don't know, it's just fun. So, well, and inexpensive. So I got this is a plate frame. I think I mentioned this in a haul section, I don't know, way back when, but this is a plate frame. I'm not sure how deep it is, but it's 8 1/4 for the window. Yeah, 8 1/4 for the window. So I stitched on 16 count Aida, so it fit. And I chalk painted it. So that was very exciting. It gave it kind of like this rustic look. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but we should be getting better zoom. So long story short, I was having problems with my audio, which is why my posting's been kind of weird and spotty. Because I don't know, I would record a video and the audio wasn't working. I don't know, it was very, very annoying. I plugged in my camera after a long time. It told me to update the software after I did the software, and then I recorded it, and then it didn't record right. So then I tried reinstalling the old software, and then it recorded like half right. And then it wasn't working again. Ugh. But anyway, so I reinstalled the new software, and it's behaving for the most part. But it's better at the auto zoom. So now, you know, when I put it this close, it'll like auto zoom better. And then when I pull it away, it'll auto zoom like quicker. It's nice. We're like have a nice little fade. Oh, anyway, I'm very excited about it. And you guys should be too, because you'll be able to see my stitches when I put it close to the camera. And anyway, so the frame originally looked like this. And sorry, this is one of my broken ones because I didn't feel like grabbing a full one. But you know, it's brown. It's chipped. And then, so I got it at Goodwill, and Goodwill on Sunday has Dollar Day Sundays. Or at least the one by me does. I know in certain areas they do, and then in certain areas they don't, so I'm sorry if they don't in your area. So the two colors of the week, or for that week, that Sunday, will be $1. So yeah, I got, I think, like 5 of these, and even though this is broken, I can just, I have the other half. And obviously it was, I don't know if you can see that, but it was held together by some wood glue, so I can just put that back together, and then I'll have a full frame again. But yeah, this is that brown color, and I think, oh, this came out so well. I love when my stuff comes out so well and so pretty. It just makes me happy. But, sorry, if I hold it back here, it'll be better. But if I zoom it in here, you get to see all the beautiful detail that I put in. So what I did was, this is my first time actually chalk painting. Like, I kind of did like a faux chalk paint thing. Not with chalk paint, but you know, that kind of like rustic look, but with paint and whatever for previous frames. This is my first time chalk painting. It was interesting. So what I did was I covered the whole frame in this white. I used the Folk Art Home Decor chalk. So this is white Adirondack. So I covered the whole frame in that and did 2 coats. And then I dry brushed on the castle color. I just said how good you are about focusing, and you're not going to focus. There you go. So I did the castle color. So I wasn't too happy with the castle color. I thought it was going to come out, I don't know. I mean, you can't. Actually, on screen it looks warmer. But I thought it was going to come out to be more of a cool gray, because in the container, like in person, it looks like a cooler gray. But it's actually more of a brown gray. So yeah, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, so I just dry brushed some gray on, and then spots where I thought it was getting too much gray, I just dry brushed some more. Sorry, my window's like right here, so I'm trying to get the best light in. So I dry brushed some more white on. And yeah, I think it came out really cute. Let me know what you guys think about it, because Mike doesn't like it. He doesn't like things that are old looking, because you know, the design is so modern. He thinks, I don't know if I agree with him or not. I'm not sure, but whatever. He doesn't like rustic things. So that's my first FFO. I mean, I only have the one. So yeah. No Words Needed by Peacock and Fig. And again, I converted all the colors to pink because my friend likes pink. But the original colors are like yellow and peaches and a pink color. Really easy to convert if you want to convert the colors. And I plan on doing a video about color conversion because I don't remember if I mentioned this in my last video or the video I did that sound didn't come out well, but I love talking about colors. So yeah, I might do a video on that. Well, I plan to, eventually. Anyway, whoops. So, this is Summer Nights by the Frosted Pumpkin, sorry, little string, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this shows my fabric color really well, too. Because it's definitely like a gray, bluish gray. So I always complain about the fabric color not showing up on my old camera. This is showing up really well. Anyway, so I think, oops, sorry. I think last time, where am I here? I finished the L, so I finished the rest of the lights. I just need to fill in the dots. And then I have some. I need to finish the mer. Finish the summer. Well, the mer to the sun. And then put in those lights up there. And then finish the cute little face on that guy, the little marshmallow. He has a face. And then finish the border. And I should be done with this. And then we'll see how I'm going to frame it. I thought about, I don't know if I want to cut down a frame. I don't know yet how I'm going to frame it. Oh, wait, I do know how I'm going to frame it. But that'll be a surprise. It's going to look really cool. I'm very excited for that. So, sorry, again, Summer Nights by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this is 28 count Monaco that I dyed. I dyed with Pearl Gray Grit dye. Again, sorry, it's wrinkly. Just how it goes. Sometimes things are wrinkly. What else? Oh, another whip. Because I've been working on my Gypsy Queen, and I'm not sure. I should put something behind her so you don't see my silhouette here. But yeah, I worked a lot on the dress. More of this dress. So Mike is convinced that I can't get this done by the end of the year. So I need to prove him wrong. So I'm planning on finishing this by the end of the year. This is my first Mira. I love her very much. What are you laughing at me for? And she needs to get done. Otherwise Mike's going to be right, and then I can't have that. You're wrong. She will get done. So I'm going to be working on her a lot. And the only time I'm not going to be working on her is during Stitch Mania. Because Stitch Mania, I do all my starts. And I'm going to put those away for a very, very long time so I can finish her. Maybe I'll keep her out. I won't even put her away after this video. But yeah, so I did her dress. So you can see. Focus. There we go. And then, yeah, again, scroll frame grime guard and the little matching. I just noticed, I hope this isn't actually happening on the video, but there's some, like, flickering. Oh, I wonder if it's because of the auto zoom. I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. yeah, Gypsy Queen. She's on 32 count Natural Belfast by Zweigart. And I just thought it was really pretty. I've never seen, she's stitched, the model stitched on chocolate milk, and I haven't seen the color chocolate milk in person, but I don't know, I didn't want something like brown, you know. I think it is a very good neutral that could be kind of, you know, swapped out or whatever. We live in an apartment, not a house, so I don't know what color all my stuff's going to be. Sorry, I was doing that. That's, like, annoying you. So we don't know what anything's going to look like. So I want something very neutral and can go with a lot of different things. And I think that covers that. What else have I been doing this week? Like I said, well, finishing and doing the frame. I mean, this is my pride and joy right now. Very, very, very happy. Sorry I keep, like, doing this. I don't know why. But yeah, my pride and joy. Sorry, if I tilt towards the window, you can see how pretty it is. Oh, and then I was making grime guards, so I have to be very particular about when I make the grime guards, because Mike doesn't like the sound of my sewing machine, and unfortunately my sewing machine is just like arm's length away from him, and he has a problem with it. So I try to do it like when he's skating or something. Hey babe, are you going skating today?
It's 23 mile per hour wind.
Oh. He's saying it's too windy. I think he should get over it and go out and skate so I can finish my grime guards. Anyway. So yeah, like I said, I did this one, and I half did this one. Not half, it's pretty much finished, I just need to stitch it up. Yeah, so I got my big safety pin in there so I can stitch it up. Yeah, they came out a little bit bigger than I would have liked. Since my hems were so off last time, I think I cut these, so I cut them to my ruler size. My ruler size is 6.5. So I cut them to 6.5 width. I don't think they need to be that big, but because they got some extra room. But whatever, if I have extra fabric for a project, I can just tuck it in there. Sorry. Yeah, pretty picture. So yeah, it's a little bunched up over here, but whatevs. And then I saw, this isn't someone who left me a comment, but I saw, I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could do it, because I don't have another size frame with me right now. But, someone had asked if they're, like, interchangeable. So I also don't, I like to have a little bit of extra breathing room, because I don't, and even this is still a little bit tight. But you see how tight it is on the corners? I cut it an extra inch in addition to, actually these are cut kind of weird because usually I like to cut an extra 2 inches for seam allowance and then an extra inch for like some wiggle room. These I had to cut differently because Michael, you couldn't close the door? These I had to cut differently because, sorry, these were fabrics of fat quarters, and they weren't, you know, they're cut all over the place. They're cut. They're not cut straight. So I had to cut off, you know, an inch or so. So I couldn't do the way I usually do it, so I just did my seams very simply. My seams are kind of where are my seams? Whatever. My seams are kind of a mess though, but whatever, these are just for me, so no one's gonna see them, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and then I was very upset with this one. Oh, see, there's one of my seams. I mean, whatever. So it's just a raw edge there, but come on. There we go. So it's just a raw edge there, but whatever, again, no one's going to see them. And I was very upset with this one, because I didn't want to do it. I ended up having to do it, and Mike didn't understand, so maybe you guys will understand. But I was weaving the elastic through the casing, got it to the end, and then I decided for whatever reason to stretch it. And then the elastic got stuck inside the casing, and when I cut the casing bigger, I could kind of like wiggle it. It still took a really long time. I can kind of wiggle it, but this one there's like wasn't enough room to like wiggle it through like that. So I had to cut a hole in the stitching, and then take my elastic out, and then stitch up that hole, and then re-wiggle it through the casing. I don't know. What is that called? I don't know. I'm lost for words. But yeah. So that was that. Anyway, so yeah, making grime guards, making needle minders, making lots of things. You guys should make things too. It's fun. I like DIYing and making things, and I will update you guys on framing. Obviously, she's not going to be done by next week, but I don't know. I should ask her if I can bring my camera or if we can do a video when I get there, maybe. Because she also has a YouTube channel, which is how I found her, which was so perfect. I think I talked about this a little bit in a previous video, but this woman's name is Paige, and she owns Frame and Fiber. So she also does knitting, and her store is, so it's a framing shop, and you can buy yarn there for knitting. Why is this feels twisted, but I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, she has a YouTube channel, which is why I decided to go with her, and she lives in my state, not too far away. Oh no, did I do this wrong? I feel like this is twisted, and it's like upsetting me. I'll have to like fix that. I'll have to figure that out later. Sorry, I was playing with that, my grime guard, and the elastic felt twisted, so it's gonna bother me. Anyway, so I decided to pick her because I saw her framing cross stitch on YouTube, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of framers around here, they don't have, like, so I'm a graphic designer, or just like a multimedia designer. I do a lot of design work, but you know, when I go for a job interview or whatever, I have to have a portfolio of my work, so I'm not just BSing people. And a lot of these framers, they just don't have anything. They barely have a website, so I don't know what to look at. And like, I don't know, they just don't have any like gallery, like portfolio or anything so that I can see stuff. I don't know, I had a very bad experience. I walked into a frame shop and I was just, you know, just asking the woman like just some questions about the material she uses and her process, and she just kept like screaming at me that she has 30 years of experience, and I'm just like, okay, that's nice, but that doesn't tell me anything. Like, I don't know, there's different methods for framing. So like a lot of people do lacing, I like to do pinning for the most part. There's just different methods, and it would have been nice if she had just like, I don't know, like answered my questions. But yeah, Paige is very nice. I mean, again, I haven't met her yet in person, but from her videos, she's very nice, very willing to like share with you stuff. I don't know, so that's really nice, and I'm looking forward to meeting her. So yeah, that's my jam. What else? I think that's it. So again, check out my website at Little Lion Stitchery. I have a gallery section. It only has the mermaids so far. And then I have tutorials, quite a bit of tutorials for different things. And then I have to add some stuff for this week. And then I have tips and techniques, which is just like Q-snaps, like how to use them, what are they, general stuff. But yeah, so I think that's it. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see more videos / content / posts / whatever. Yeah, but feel free to reach out. I love answering people's questions because I just like being helpful. It's just exciting. I don't claim to be the most advanced stitcher, but I definitely have stitched some things. So if you have a question, feel free to reach out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy stitching. Bye.